All right, so this is going to be a very cool video. I've already got my first new song that I'm going to write. I've got a template up. And what I want to do is go through a couple of the amps on Axe Effects and kind of see what you guys think. So going back to yesterday's video, these are the amps from my amps. Like here's the Recto Channel 3. And here's Recto 2. Okay, so now what I've done is I've got 4 pretty much identical presets, different amps, but like just a cab with the LT TV Mix 7, the Leon Todd, and my own Hammer Recto Pro IR, so there's 2 R's in it, a bone dry, black Les Paul, and I'm just with the 808 cracked. It's identical. So, and mainly I just want to see kind of how it all is, because I'm going to start doing some double guitaring or multi-amping using real amps and Axe Effects. Probably Axe Effects is like the secondary, but we'll see. What I also did was on Axe Effects, I balanced these out pretty good. They're all about the same. And I center panned Axe Effects, so it's just mono straight up the middle. So again, here's Recto Channel 2. That's the amp, my amp. And then here is the Mark 2C Plus in Axe Effects, right there. It's a fair amount brighter. I mean, and I'm not trying to match anything. The tracks, the original tracks I did could be construed for me as a little bit dark. Maybe that's better. That presence up that high was a little weird. I don't know. That sounds nice. I'll save it. So here is my JL Axe Effects 2C Plus. Where am I? Thank you. Try not to suck. Okay, so let's check it out. All right, and now let's listen to Recto Channel 3 in modern mode, my amp. Funny thing is, I've been darkening up that channel because when I first started tracking with it last week, it's kind of a new thing, a new amp here. I was listening, it was kind of sizzly, and I think that I could open that up. That's a little dark. But again, Recto Channel 3, let me do this. Just give it a little lift right here. And now Axe Effects 2C Plus. It's nice, you know. It's can be a little how do I say this? A little artifacty. You know, sometimes these modelers can have a little bit of an artifact thing. So we're gonna kill that. Let's listen again to the amp. Here's my Recto and Channel 3. Now we're gonna do the Recto or the Axe-Fx Recto. It's definitely a lot brighter. Let me see where we're at here. Yeah, it's a little high in that presence. I've got these trebles down. The other thing I did on this preset is I went to the output, or no, I went to the input. No, I went to where? Where did I go? Did I do this wrong? Oh, I must. Oh, yeah. All right, disregard it. It must have been on the 2C plus. I did the smiley face, like the. Oh, right, like yeah, I got it. Okay, yeah. So, but I did a little bit here. You know, a little cutting 500, but it's yeah. It's weird. It goes up to 8K. So this is Recto in mono, right? So here we go. Axe-Fx Recto. Axe-Fx Recto. All right, so here is Axe-Fx Recto. That's pretty nice. Now that may be a little dark. Maybe I overcooked it. Let me see. Kind of like that. And now back to my amp Recto channel 3. It's darker. Oh wait, shoot, wrong one. Now they all feel dark. You know, because the presets are brighter. But sometimes you track all these guitars too bright, and you end up cutting so much in the mix. Recto channel 3, my amp. And Axe-Fx. Yeah, you know, Axe-Fx has a sound. You know, it's you know, if you like it, then it's cool. If you don't, then you know, maybe you struggle with this. Now we're gonna try JCM 800. So let's listen to PT channel 2. And PT channel 3. Okay, and now we go to Axe-Fx, and we go to mono JCM 800. Is that right? Yeah, that's it. They all start to sound. They're all brighter. So let me mess with this for a minute. Yeah, this is why I'm doing this, to start to get some perspective. Yeah, we'll do that. So this is the same thing. 800, Black Paul 808. Everybody's got an 808. Boom. Here we go. Axe-Fx JCM 800. Sorry about that. Okay, Axe-Fx 800. And PT channel 3. I think the balance that out. Maybe I'll be able to balance that when I make this. XFX 800. And PT channel 3. You know, it all to me, you know, there's just amps have a certain thing. And again, like the PT could have been brighter. Now I'm hearing it with this. It feels like I went a little dark on everything. So, you know, there you have it. Last but not least, Soldano SLO. This was really strange. It took me a little while to kind of get this even where it is. And again, these are very simple. I don't know, there's a lot of going on there. All right, well, we'll just do this. Here is Soldano SLO, you know, XFX. It's too much gain. See, it's razory. I don't usually go for those sounds. I can't go for that. No. Let me back that gain off a little bit. This is probably not really my thing. Here we go. SLO, XFX. Get your 80s pinch harmonics on. So here we go. SLO. And then let's do this. Let's bring down this little EQ to these. And the thing with this is, you know, I'm kind of more into like the sound of the amp probably. But this, if this was like just what was blended in for the doubles, you know, for the second amp, you know. My dad used to say, we're from New York. He used to say, son, you can't see it from Getty Square. All right, PT, this is the PT 100, channel 3. And then SLO Axe. Yeah, that's bizarre. 800 Axe effects. You know, there's a thing, XFX has a little struggle, and I always hear it. I don't know if it's like the ones and zeros struggles with the distortion. Not in a big different, not in such a different way that like Melodyne and Auto-Tune struggles. Like if somebody sings clean, it's very, you can see the waveform, everything's very easy. Somebody starts screaming and it gets real weird. And I think that maybe that plays into this. I don't know. I'm no expert. But like I hear like little artifacts within the performance, and I'm playing the same as I was playing yesterday. You know, the artifacts are definitely being generated at XFX. So here's JCM 800 XFX. That's nice though. That's real nice. Maybe a little less gain. And PT 100 channel 3. Yeah, that's lights out. To me, the amp is way better. All right, here's my Recto in channel 3. Damn. Oh, and here's the XFX Recto. That's a little overblown. Probably a little too bright. Let me do the opposite here on this. I don't know. Here's Axe FX Recto. And my Recto, amp Recto. It's got more, it's colored more because it's a real cab, I think. Though, you know, some people may really like the sound of the digital one. So either way, the digital one will work. To me, is I would like it more as doubles, and that's just my taste. You know what I mean? It's not like right or wrong. It's just my taste. So you know, yeah. Here's 2C Plus in Axe FX. It's all every one of them. Every one of the presets is doing the same thing. It's having the same problem. It's struggling with the overdrive. The distortion is being like, and I've got Leon Todd's, you know, TV7 and the own hammer, and that's it. There's nothing else going on. I'm not overhitting anything, and I've just got this Maxon cracked, and I can hear it. It's just a little bit like it's struggling. Axe 2C Plus. Underneath it, you can hear like you can hear noise. Recto, Axe FX. That's cool. It's like impressive. It's like whoa. And then actual Recto amp. Yeah, to me, Axe FX is great, but the amps are better. That's just my taste. All right, so that's one thing we were gonna do. So we'll leave this behind. We'll get out of this, and we're going to open up James Lugo Instrumentals and Song 5, Unknown. Maybe we'll name it Unknown, right? Could be apropos. And here is the setup. So I'm going to be tracking, you know, I go here and get a little drums going on, right? So, got 3 tracks of bass. These are all of my auxes that are sending over the multi-mics. And then I've got a bunch of guitar tracks here. Then I've got some stereo guitar tracks that will be, you know, for Axe FX or, you know, yeah, just basically Axe FX now. And then I've got a click track and a master, and there's nothing on anything. It's just raw. I've got heat on, and that is all. The heat is on. Yeah, baby. The heat is on. It's on the street. So I'm gonna write a song, man, and I'm not gonna get tripped out, and you know, because I listened really quick to the 4 that I made over the last year or so, and they're really nice, and you know, I love all of them, but I'm just gonna start making songs, and some of them I may be like really attached to, some may be like, I'm just gonna keep moving. I'm not gonna get like super uber attached to this. So that's what's happening now is songs, and maybe I'll do the heat is on, and I'll play drums and sing at the same time. And the other unbelievable thing is, you know, this last 2 weeks practicing, you know, learning all these songs for the gig, which the gig went really well. I brought it. Yeah, I brought it. But it was fun too. I didn't always bring it though. You know, there was a couple of fumbly moments and like lost track of what key I was, you know. I was nervous, but the guys were cool, so it all worked out, and it was a cool gig. But working with the Helix and that power cab, that Line 6 power cab, day after day, I started to think, oh, this Helix is just horrible, man. I hate this thing. And then I was like, wait a second, no, it's cool. So I plugged the Helix back into Pro Tools, recorded, you know, a minute, bounced it out, took it out to my truck. I'm like, oh, it sounds great. It sounds like a Plexi. It's fine. You know, this is a gig. It's a cover band thing. It's not. I'm not making a, you know, an Yngwie record where it's got to be like the ultimate lay down transformer, 68 Plexi with new old stock tubes and Mullard's caps or whatever. But I sold it, and something came up that I've been kind of looking at for about 2 years or 3 years, but they're like, it's almost impossible to get these things. They're not available most of the time. The pandemic, you just don't, and it popped up for sale like a half a mile from my house in like brand new condition with the box. I fired it up at the dude's house. I brought my Helix and my guitar. It sounds killer. I guess it goes this way. Oh! An Atomic CLR Neo MK2 powered monitor. Really nice. Not too heavy. Yeah. So, that'll give me some sound because I'm going to start gigging, and, there may be gigs where I'm going to want a cabinet. It's not going to be major in-ears or whatever, So we went through the Axe Effects experience. Curious what you think. We looked at the template for the next new song, which is now called Song 5 Unknown. And these are the 4 that I had done, and some of you guys may have remembered. This was 8 Feet Under. Nice. When 7 was 6, that's when I was jamming on my buddy Nate's 8-string, and I ended up getting a couple of baritones. About the vibe. JoJo, I think this is an Echo one. And this is the one that I sent and got the deal with the licensing company and ended up getting a whole library. I finished it. I sent it out. It got accepted. It ended up on Universal's website, and it got bought by the NFL. So I've been getting checks. I'm one of my tunes. It's not this batch. The other batch is one of the theme songs on NFL Tonight or NFL Today. It plays a lot. So that's exciting. But this was the one, this Alpha Rock here, the one I just played, was inspired from listening from the Pete Thorne Oxbox video. If you want you want to watch a good video that's just a cool video with guitars, man, that song just crushes me every time. And it inspired me, and that's what made me do this. I put Slide on there. I'll see if I can get to it, and then we're done. And you could hear the phrasing with the slide against the secondary guitar. So, and I'll start showing some of the way I think of that stuff. And on these new songs, it may be your thing, may not be. It may help you, may not. But understanding, like I call it passing the potato. to me, like there always needs to be something that's the human can focus on. Sometimes it's a little drum intro, or then it comes into like a keyboard line, or like the lead vocal. Especially with instrumental, it's a little trickier because, and you got to be careful that you don't just make it busy. That's the kiss of death. So anyway, that's it. Whoa. Yeah, that's fun. So this new song is going to be starting, and videos are going to happen, and yeah, there's Axe Effects back in the house. Yeah, it's cool. I don't know, it's great, but I'm an amp guy, so it's secondary, second tier. Peace.